I'm sorry, Sarah. I can't marry you. Can we cancel today's wedding?
What? Why are you suddenly saying this? Did I do something wrong?
I need to be honest with you right now.
Right now? On our wedding day? We have guests arriving in a few hours.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry to say this, but I've been seeing someone.
That someone would be me, right? That's why we got engaged and are supposed to have our wedding today.
I know this is terrible timing.
Terrible timing doesn't begin to describe this.
I'm sorry. I've been seeing someone else besides you. I want to marry her.
You're kidding. You've been cheating on me?
I know it's unforgivable.
After 7 years together?
I'm really sorry.
Sorry doesn't cut it. And to say this on our wedding day.
I've been trying to find the right time to tell you.
And you decided our wedding day was the right time?
I can't lie to my heart anymore. I don't want to live a life of regret after getting married.
Is she that important to you? We've been together for 7 years.
You don't understand. When I'm with her, everything feels different.
Different how?
She told me that time doesn't matter. I've been with her for 2 years, but I still want to marry her.
So you've been betraying me for 2 whole years.
It wasn't supposed to happen.
But it did happen. For 2 years.
She's so much fun to be around. Her smile is adorable, and she gets excited about everything. And I never get bored spending time with her every day.
Every day? What do you mean?
Well, she's actually my junior at work. Originally, she was my junior at college. And by confidence, she transferred to my workplace. I was even assigned to be her mentor. And we started spending time together.
And that developed into a relationship.
I couldn't help falling for her.
I see. So all those late nights at work.
She's such a sweetheart. Always acting cute and clingy. It really makes me feel good as a man, you know?
I guess I'm not good at being clingy.
It's not that. You're just different.
Different how?
You've always been able to do everything by yourself. It's like you're more of the best friend, or even like a big sister than a girlfriend.
So you don't even see me as a woman anymore.
That's not what I meant.
Then what did you mean?
I know you understand. I'm going to marry my younger girlfriend.
All right. I wish you both happiness.
Really? You mean that?
What else can I say?
Thanks for taking this so well. I'm really glad you're not angry and can accept this so peacefully. Actually, she kept turning me down until now. She said it would be too cruel to betray someone I've been with for 7 years. She kept telling me to forget about her and marry you.
She must be very kind-hearted to care so much about me, even offering to step aside like that. Your girlfriend seems like a really sweet person.
She really is. She's been so torn up about this.
Must have been hard for her.
Yeah, I'm sure she's been hurting inside about my wedding. I'll go tell her right away that I canceled the wedding.
You should tell her soon. She'll be happy. Leave everything else to me.
Are you sure? I can help with canceling everything.
No need. I'll handle it.
I will. Thanks, Sarah.
Things might get complicated, but I'm rooting for you. I hope you'll be happy with your new girlfriend.
You're really understanding about this. I knew you would be.
Of course. What are friends for? Hello, this is Sarah Anderson regarding the infidelity investigation of my fiancé. As predicted, he asked to cancel the wedding today, and I got his confession about the affair on record.
Really? That's impressive, Miss Anderson.
Just as you suggested, I stayed calm and let him talk.
That was the right approach. Did he reveal anything specific?
I managed to get a lot more information, too. The other woman was apparently his junior from college.
What? So she wasn't just a work colleague? Our investigation didn't turn up any college connection at all. They might have been deliberately hiding this.
Could they have planned this from the beginning?
It's possible. The timeline is suspicious.
You think so too? She's an old acquaintance from college who then transferred to his workplace, and he becomes her mentor. With all these connections, you'd think there would be more rumors around the office.
Did anyone at work know about their college connection?
Not that I'm aware of.
They must have been very careful about keeping their affair secret. That's why they thoroughly hid their college connection. This shows premeditation and calculation in their infidelity.
Even their mentorship arrangement.
Could have been orchestrated.
So would you say this is a particularly malicious case of infidelity? I want to use this for pursuing higher compensation.
Oh, question. the duration of deception involved.
And the wedding cancellation on the day itself.
Yes, I believe so. You should take a strong position. Based on my years of experience, I suggest you discuss this with your lawyer.
I've already contacted them.
Good. You're handling this very professionally.
Thank you.
I must say, Miss Anderson, you've done an excellent job. This is the first time I've seen someone let the groom go all the way to the wedding day.
I needed concrete evidence.
You got more than evidence. You got a full confession.
Just shows how deep my resentment goes. He wasted 7 years of my life.
Use that as leverage for the compensation claim.
I intend to.
Channel that resentment fully. We'll continue investigating the other woman based on the information you've shared.
Found anything interesting yet?
Several promising leads. We'll have a full report soon.
Thank you. I still have more to do. He'll learn the consequences of betraying someone who loved him for so long.
Just remember to keep documenting everything.
Don't worry, I won't miss a single detail.
Hey, Sarah, what the hell is this? Why did you expose everything about me and her to the company? What kind of harassment is this?
Oh, hello, Mike. Is something wrong?
Don't play dumb. The whole office knows.
Why are you so angry? Your affair developed through work, right? Plus, you were her mentor, which made you even closer. Of course, the company would want to know what kind of mentoring was going on.
You had no right to do this. What mentoring? We only discuss work at the office.
Really? Just work?
Yes, just work.
Then how did it turn into an affair? If you only talked about work, doesn't make sense, does it?
That's not the point.
Then what is the point?
That doesn't mean you had to tell the company. I heard you showed proof of our affair to the CEO.
Was I not supposed to?
Of course not.
Well, I thought they wouldn't believe me if I just said 2 employees were having an affair. Having concrete evidence makes the conversation go smoother, don't you think?
You're trying to ruin my career.
I'm just being thorough.
What's weird is that you even have evidence of the affair. How's that possible? I only told you about it yesterday right before the wedding. You should have known about it until I told you.
Should I explain?
Yes, explain.
Actually, I knew for a while. Yesterday was all an act.
What?
You seem surprised.
What do you mean you knew?
I'd been suspicious for a while. You were distracted during wedding planning, working more weekends than usual, so I quietly investigated and gathered evidence of your affair.
You were spying on me?
Investigating. There's a difference.
No way.
I just learned this when I went to your company today, but they're pretty strict, aren't they? Apparently, there was a similar office affair scandal before that caused quite a mess. That's why they have such harsh penalties for workplace conduct violations now, even potential termination, right?
Can't do this to me.
I'm not doing anything. These are company policies.
Damn it! You said I was guaranteed a promotion next year. What if I get fired because of you?
Because of me?
Yes, because of you.
No, it's not because of me. It's because of your own cheating. By the way, how did she react when you told her about canceling the wedding? Was she overjoyed that you chose her over your long-term girlfriend?
She was super happy, but you've ruined everything now. The whole company knows that I'm humiliated.
Oh, so you did feel humiliated. Then why did you cheat? Why did she steal someone else's fiancé? Strange, isn't it?
Stop twisting things.
I'm just asking questions.
What'd you say?
Well, give my regards to your girlfriend.
You're going to regret this.
Am I? How interesting.
You've changed.
No, I just stopped pretending. You're the worst, pretending you didn't know about the affair and then getting revenge like this? Oh, hello. Don't hello me! So, you must be Mike's other woman. Have you been enjoying yourself? You think you're so clever, don't you? I'm just being thorough. Screw you! I got fired because of you. The CEO just called me in. That must have been uncomfortable. You planned this all along. Being fired shouldn't be a problem, right? You can just become a housewife after marrying Mike. You don't know anything! No? Then enlighten me. About that, Mike's being transferred to some remote location. Is that so? How inconvenient. You know exactly what you did! It's a shame they couldn't fire him, but a transfer works too. You can just follow him there. You think this is funny? Not at all. I'm being practical. It's not that simple! God, you've ruined everything! Is this why he dumped you? Your nasty personality? No wonder you got cheated on, you bitter old maid! Just stay quiet like the loser you are! Are you done? What? You're quite unpleasant, aren't you? Very different from what Mike described. I thought you were supposed to be sweet and innocent. I don't need to act sweet for you. Clearly. I don't need to be nice to annoying people, especially not to someone who got dumped on their wedding day. I see. So you're quite the mean girl type. Better than being a pathetic stalker. Stalker? How dramatic. I heard you have evidence of our affair. How pathetic. You were going to overlook his cheating just to get married, but then you got dumped and decided to expose everything at work for revenge. Is that what you think happened? That's exactly what happened! He betrayed me after 7 years together. I think I deserve a little revenge. Getting fired is nothing. There's a labor shortage, you know. I can get another job anywhere. Your big trump card isn't as effective as you thought, old lady. You seem very confident. Of course I am. Well then, how about my next trump card? Huh? Surprised. What are you talking about? You don't think this level of payback would satisfy my anger, do you? Don't underestimate me, little girl. What are you planning to do? Isn't getting me fired enough? Oh, I'm just getting started. You're insane! You'll see. Stay away from me! We'll be in touch. How do you know my home address? Finding my boyfriend's ex-fiancé at my doorbell? That's some horror movie stuff. Isn't it? Such a coincidence running into you. Coincidence? You showed up at my door! Well, I thought you might be bored since you lost your job. You know, we've never met properly. I thought I should say hello and discuss the compensation payment, though running away was quite rude. Of course I'd run away with my boyfriend's ex-fiancé shows up out of nowhere. You're stalking me. Stalking is such a harsh word. It's the truth, isn't it? You seemed quite startled. Anyone would be. But you didn't need to scream and run out like that. You made such a scene that the building owner came out. He asked, "Is there a problem?" and almost called the police. I had to explain everything. How embarrassing. Wait, what did you tell the owner? Are you concerned? What exactly did you say to him? Oh, just everything about our situation. That I'm the ex-fiancé, you're the other woman, and I came to discuss compensation for the affair. No way! He seemed quite interested in our conversation. You had no right! Now, don't panic, even though you have that special relationship with the owner. What? Should I elaborate? What are you talking about? The owner told me everything. You've been seeing him for about 6 months, right? Oh, but maybe only the owner thinks you're dating. After all, you were getting 1 month's free rent for every date. Sounds more like he was just your cash cow. Lost for words? That's not... amazing! You can even manipulate men old enough to be your father. I can barely handle one serious relationship. But you can juggle multiple men at once! Shut up! More importantly, did the owner say anything? Was he angry? What do you think? Just tell me! Oh yes, he left a message for you. If you're late on rent even once, you'll be evicted immediately. No! There's more. What else? Also, Follow the garbage disposal rules, keep the noise down at night, any more complaints from other residents, and you'll be evicted. This is bad. This is really bad. I already lost my job, and now if I lose my apartment too, I'll be homeless. That would be unfortunate. You're enjoying this. Don't worry too much. You must have savings, right? Oh, sorry. I forgot your savings will probably be gone after paying my compensation claim. No! Why are you cornering me like this? I just messed around with your man a little. A little? Is that what you call it? It wasn't supposed to go this far. Maybe you should reflect on how much impact your little messing around had. I left some documents about compensation in your mailbox. Make sure to read them carefully. You can't do this to me! I already am. I'll call the police! For what? Delivering mail? How interesting.
Hello? This is Green from Green Investigation Agency. How are things progressing?
Better than expected, actually.
The company responded as anticipated?
Yes, exactly as you predicted. Thanks to you, everything's going smoothly.
Have you received any pushback?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Excellent work maintaining your composure.
I learned from the best.
That's good to hear. We wrapped up our investigation. I've sent all the details in an email. We found some very interesting information. Please take a look.
Anything particularly noteworthy?
Several things you want to see immediately.
About her other relationships?
That and more. Check your inbox.
I look forward to it. Thank you for everything.
Just doing my job.
No, you've done much more than that.
Remember to document everything.
Always.
Hey, Sarah. I heard you've been harassing Rachel. I get that you want to blame her, but showing up at her house is going too far.
Oh, now you're defending her?
You can't just show up at people's homes.
Harassing? How rude. I just wanted to say hello. I'm an ex-girlfriend, or a best friend, or even like a sister to you, aren't I? I just wanted to properly introduce myself to the person replacing me.
Stop twisting my words. And why do you have to go and greet her? Are you my mom or something?
Your words, not mine. Well, you're the one who said I was like a big sister to you. Plus, I wanted to discuss compensation with her. I thought meeting in person would be faster, but she screamed and ran away. She's the one who made it into a big deal.
You're terrorizing her.
Terrorizing? I just delivered some documents.
She's coming with me to my transfer location. Stay away from Rachel from now on.
Is that what she told you?
Yes, we already decided.
Oh, so the remote transfer was true. But has she agreed to it?
What do you mean?
Have you actually discussed the details?
She's unemployed and facing homelessness because of you. Rachel has no choice but to rely on me. Of course she'll come with me.
How confident you sound.
What's that supposed to mean?
I wonder about that. You might want to confirm with her first. Ask her if she's decided between you and her fiancé.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, did I say something strange?
What fiancé? What are you talking about?
It's fine to be impulsive, but you'll have to face the consequences, Mike. These things should be discussed properly between the two of you.
What? What fiancé? You mean me, right?
You really don't know?
No what?
No, I mean her boyfriend she's been dating since high school. 10 years together. Impressive, right?
What are you talking about? I never heard about this. My Rachel was in the same college club as me. This is the first time I'm hearing about a high school boyfriend.
First time? How interesting.
You're lying.
She must have kept it secret carefully. Otherwise, she couldn't have played around in college, right?
What?
Should I elaborate?
Tell me everything.
She and her high school boyfriend went to different colleges. They've been long distance since then. Amazing that they're still together after all this time.
No, that's a lie. Rachel can't have a boyfriend. He's not the type to cheat.
Not the type to cheat? That's funny.
What's funny about it?
Huh? Is your head okay? Rachel is exactly the type to go after an engaged man.
That was different.
How so?
That was just because I happened to be engaged. Rachel told me this was her first forbidden love. She said she couldn't give me up, always crying.
She's an even better actress than me. But if she loves you that much, maybe she'll choose you. Her boyfriend works for a big international company abroad, but apparently he's coming back to get married. Hopefully she'll abandon him and go to the countryside with you.
He works for an international company abroad. She's been dating such an elite guy for 10 years?
Surprised.
This can't be true.
Have confidence, Mike. Didn't you say time doesn't matter? I'm sure Rachel will choose you.
Stop mocking me.
I'm just using your own logic.
Damn it all. Rachel betrayed me. That woman duped me.
Oh no, really?
Don't pretend you didn't know this would happen.
Tell me what happened.
I contacted Rachel right after and confronted her about her fiancé. She admitted it was true. But I told her I'd forgive her everything if she came with me to my transfer location.
How generous of you.
I was willing to overlook everything.
And then?
She laughed at me and said, as if I married some washed-up old man.
Wow, that's a completely ruthless rejection.
She called me pathetic.
That must have hurt.
This isn't funny. I gave you up for Rachel. Parents are furious. My position at work is ruined. So I told her fiancé everything.
What? Everything including breaking off our engagement?
You bet I did. I told him everything.
How interesting.
It pisses me off that she gets to have a happy marriage of her elite fiancé like nothing happened.
After getting so angry at me for exposing things, you went and did the same thing.
That's different.
How so?
I finally understand how you felt. And I've finally woken up. I was such an idiot. But I was just being played by that woman.
Excuse me?
Can't you see? We're both victims here.
Victims?
Rachel never intended to marry me from the start. I was just a toy to her. I'm a victim just like you. If it weren't for Rachel, I could have married you. So let's get married. We're both victims here.
What, are you serious right now?
Of course I am. This is our chance.
Our chance for what?
I know you'll forgive me, Sarah. We dated for 7 years. Our relationship won't break over something like this. I'll take responsibility and pay compensation for the affair. So please marry me.
Are you kidding me? There must be something wrong with your head.
Why are you being like this? Huh?
As if I'd ever forgive you. My love for you died along with those 7 years, and I never want to see your face again.
You don't mean that.
I absolutely mean it.
What are you saying? You went this far to court me and that woman? They say love and hate are two sides of the same coin, right? This means you still love me.
Your delusions are remarkable.
I know you still care.
Stop with your creepy delusions. I'm just making you pay for damaging my pride and my life. I don't feel any love for you.
But
You're pathetic.
we can start over.
So, just quietly pay the compensation and never show your face to me again. All that money I spent on the private investigator was totally worth it. I can finally move on with my life, feeling refreshed.
You can't mean that.
I do. Goodbye, Mike.
Sarah, wait!
Don't contact me again. Later, Mike went back to his parents' home saying, "Help me convince Sarah. You guys would be happy if we got back together, right?" But his parents exploded, saying, "How much of an idiot are you? There's no way she'd take you back after what you did." His mother reminded him of all the times I had helped their family, while his father berated him for throwing away a 7-year relationship for a 2-year affair. Thanks to his parents' request to the company, his transfer to the remote location was moved up. Apparently, he'll never be able to return to his original workplace. The company made it clear that this transfer was a final chance. Any further incidents would result in immediate termination. As for Rachel, who abandoned Mike, she also got hit with a compensation claim from her main fiancé, and their engagement was officially broken off. The story spread among their high school classmates and local acquaintances, and now she's getting cold shoulders from everyone in their hometown, with people saying, "How could she betray such a wonderful guy?" Her attempts to explain herself on social media only made things worse, as more details of her relationships came to light. The building owner also terminated her lease early, citing multiple violations of the rental agreement. Both her professional and personal reputations were severely damaged in the process. Meanwhile, I used the compensation money to take a long vacation abroad. When I returned, I managed to secure a better position at a different company. I never responded to any of Mike's attempts to contact me again, and I made sure my lawyers handled all remaining communication regarding the compensation payments.
Hey, just curious. How's my mom doing it? Is she still alive or has she finally kicked the bucket? I mean, please don't tell me that old bag of bones is still kicking around here. That'll be just too much. When is she finally going to give it a rest?
Sorry, what? What is that even supposed to mean? I mean, are you really saying that about your own mother? I'm sorry, but that just seems too cruel a way to talk about family, even for someone like you, Ted.
Well, I heard that she called for an ambulance to go to her house recently. So is that true? Did she really have to go and do something like that? What happened? Please tell me that it was something serious. I really need some good news in my life right now. I mean, when I first heard that she called the paramedics to her place, I figured that must have meant that her disease finally worsened, and that she finally bit the dust maybe. But I don't really know, so I really want you to confirm this information for me. Please tell me about why my mom called the ambulance to her house. I just have no actual idea why she would be going and doing something like that.
So you heard about the ambulance, but you're not even going to check on how your mom is doing? Or I guess you are checking on how she's doing it, but you're doing it in probably the worst way possible. I mean, really, how could you even be talking about your own mother like this? What is the matter with you? I just don't understand at all why you're acting like this, Ted. You really have some issues. Do you know that? I mean, honestly, what kind of person would ever talk about their own family like you are?
I would say that I actually care about my mom, but the fact of the matter is that she really just isn't that high of a priority for me. I'm just so busy with work, and I really don't have the time to keep up with every little thing that old bat does. And so anyways, all I really have time for is to keep up with what people are saying about her. But I'm not going to waste my life actually going to ask after her. I just don't have that kind of time in my life. But could you go and check on her for me? I mean, if you don't already know why it is that she had to call the ambulance in the first place, that is. I really have no idea, and this is the whole reason why I started texting you in the first place. If I did know why she needed to go and do something like that, then I never would have even sent you a message in the first place. Between you and my mom, I just don't really know who I want to talk to less. Or have you already done so? Do you know how she is? Is she still breathing? Please tell me that she's finally kicked the bucket, and that I will never, ever have to think about her again. Can you please tell me that? If you told me that my mom was finally dead, you won't have to get anything from me for the next 5 Christmases. Do you understand me? Please, I really need this.
Ted, what is the matter with you? Why are you talking about your mom's health like that? I mean, really, I do not think I know of a single person who would talk about their own parents' health this way. And the fact that you keep asking after her health, just hoping for the worst results, honestly says so much to me. I really wish you wouldn't be like this. I mean, you can be just so unpleasant sometimes. Are you really not concerned with her health at all? And I don't just mean concerned about if she's still alive or not. I want to know if you even care at all about your mom's health and well-being. Because I just can't understand why someone would want to hear that their mom died as badly as you do right now.
What is that supposed to mean? Of course I'm worried. Why else would I even bother messaging you if I wasn't worried? You really think that I'm not worried about any of this at all? Honestly, why do I have to waste my time talking with you? I just don't understand where you get off talking to me like this. You really do have a chip on your shoulder, do you know that? I know that she's just your mother-in-law, but she is still my mom, you know? And I think that she'd be showing just a little more respect to me, not only as your husband, but as the son of the woman who was just hospitalized. You really do have some nerve, do you know that? Which makes me wonder, just why you're pretending to be so concerned about her health, huh? After all, here you are talking down to me about my own mother. If you could ever even care more about her than I do. You really think that you have more concern for my mother than I do for her? You really need to learn your place, do you know that? It can be so difficult to deal with sometimes.
Pretending? I'm not pretending anything. You were the one just talking about how pumped you would be to hear if your mom had died. I'm not pretending to care for her, but I think that that's all that you're concerned with, and I can safely say that I thought you really didn't seem to be worried about her at all. I am just as worried about your mom's health as I would be my health. I know that she's my stepmother, but that is one reason why I do want to make sure that she's okay. But your mom is also just a nice woman, and I would hate to hear that anything bad happened to her. I mean, I think that's just basic human empathy there, don't you think? In fact, I don't even understand how you could even say something like that to me, Ted. That really hurts my feelings. Honestly, why don't you ever think about the effect that your words have on others? Why am I always having to put up with this crappy attitude of yours? I mean, really, just why do you think that this kind of behavior is okay for an adult to have?
Oh, right. Forgot how emotional you get over this kind of things. Ugh, honestly, I don't understand how women even survive today, getting so upset over the most simple things. I should have known that I'm not even allowed to joke with you about these kind of things anymore. You're just way too sensitive about everything. You can only see me having the worst of intentions with the things that I say.
Emotion? You seriously did not just say that, right? I really hope that you're drunk or you hit your head or that you've had your phone stolen and that I'm not even talking to you right now. Because I have no idea why you think that that kind of blatant sexism is even remotely okay to pull with me. What is the matter with you?
Come on, don't go getting any more upset now. It's not my fault I know you so well. You just always wear your heart on your sleeve. You have no idea how much of an easy target that always makes yourself. Do you ever get tired of letting yourself get so riled up all the time?
Why are we even talking about this when we should be focusing on your mother's health? I mean, did you forget the whole reason you texted me in the first place was because you were trying to figure out how your mom was doing? I guess if I accept that you really were just joking about what you were saying, about how you wish your mom was dead, then at the least, you should still want to know how she's doing now, isn't that right? In fact, if you really were worried, then I think that you would want to go and visit her in the hospital where she is now. So why don't you just go and think about trying to go and make some time so that you can go and see how she's doing for yourself instead of always having to check on your mom through me?
I already told you that I have a lot on my plate with work and can't. Honestly, do you think that all I have is free time on my hands? I have real adult responsibilities that I need to take care of. Why can't you ever appreciate how hard it is that I have to work for the two of us? You pretend like I don't pay attention to anything, but you're the one always overlooking all that I've done. I would go tonight, but I just have a lot of stuff that I need to work on. You want to get it, but I have responsibilities that I can't just shirk and go and check on my sick mom or whatever. You really just have no idea how the world works at all, do you? And just who do you think you are always telling me what to do? You're just a housewife who doesn't even work. So don't go telling me how to live my life. If I wanted advice on how I should spend my time, or what I should be doing, I certainly wouldn't be taking it from someone who sits around the home all day and doesn't even work. You have no idea the kind of things that are on my mind.
I don't see how one thing has anything to do with the other. Honestly, why do you always do this? You always have to try and find a way to spin every single thing that you say against me. And I really, really, really don't like it, Ted. What did I do to you to make you act this way towards me? I mean, shouldn't you be showing me just a little more respect? I am your wife, for crying out loud.
Well, just give it a rest already, would you? The fact that you're trying to change the subject tells me all that I need to know. You're saying that I always do this, but you're the one who's really always trying to change the subject and make me out to be the bad guy. Maybe if you weren't always doing this, then I wouldn't be doing the kind of things that make you so mad in the first place. Have you ever even thought about that? Anyways, can you just tell me if you think my mom is going to be around for much longer? That was literally all I wanted to know, and you had to go and do what you always do and spin this conversation into areas that has no business being in. Honestly, why can't I ask you just a simple question and have you answer it for me? I really do not understand why you're always trying to make such a big deal out of everything all the time. Don't you ever get sick of being like this?
I seriously just have nothing to say to you at this point, Ted. I mean, Really, I try to be patient with you. I try to have adult conversations with you, and you just refuse to hear a single word I say if it goes against what you want reality to be like. I really don't even know what I can do to try and fix things with you at this point, but every single day, I just feel myself getting closer and closer to my breaking point. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Oh, come on! What am I even doing now? I'm asking because I'm worried. Isn't that what you wanted? You said that you were upset at me because you thought that I didn't care about my mom. But here I am asking about my mom, just like you wanted me to. I'm sorry if I'm not doing every little thing that you want me to do in the way that you want me to do them. That's just life. Got it? Well, I guess whatever happens is going to happen. Just keep an eye on her for me, okay? I got work and all that. And if she ever is really getting close to finally keeling over, let me know. That's what I really, really want to know about. Do you understand me?
Hey Jenny, really sorry to bother you, but how is Hannah doing? Is everything okay with her? I heard that she was hospitalized, but I haven't really gotten any updates about what might be going on with her since then. And I guess I'm just curious if you know at all what might be going on. I'm in a taxi on my way to the hospital to see her right now, so I guess that means that I will find out for myself in not that much time, but still. I just thought that I would ask before I get there so I didn't have to bother Hannah or the nurses or anything with any kind of bothersome questions. You know what I mean?
Hi, Harry. I can't really say for sure. I'm not a doctor or anything like that after all. But from what I've been able to glean, it doesn't sound like she has much longer. I don't really know what else to say. They've tried explaining it all to me, the doctors that is, but you know me. I just really can't wrap my head around that kind of thing. But anyways, either way, it sounds like things aren't exactly looking great for my mother-in-law.
Well then, I'll be sure to be there, so I can at least see her this once before. Well, I don't even want to type it out. Just thinking about it really bumming me out. Anyways, I really want to do this because Hannah was always there for me when I was a little kid, and I feel like I owe her so much. I guess you might be able to understand where I'm coming from since she's your mother-in-law and all. But yeah, I just feel like I should have been able to do more for her and now it's too late.
I knew that you two had known each other for a while, but what exactly is the connection between you two again? Sorry, I know that you've explained this to me probably many times already, but I'm not thinking straight these days, and I was hoping you might be able to jog my memory when it comes to all of that. I hope that you can understand.
Oh, yes. Of course I understand where you are coming from. Besides, I know that it's not your job to have my whole life story memorized. I really don't mind going over this with you at all. But anyways, to go back to my story about how I know Hannah and why I feel so close to her. Well, I think you know that growing up, I didn't have the best household to be in as a kid. My dad was always drunk, so after school I would go to Ted's house to play. I'm sure I was a handful to deal with at times, but Hannah was always so welcoming. She was probably the only person I could go to about all my problems. She always gave me a place to hide from all the things in my life that were bothering me while I was growing up.
I see. She really has been such a kind person, hasn't she? In the time that I've known her as my mother-in-law, she's never been anything but welcoming to me. So I guess it really shouldn't come as a surprise at all that she's always been this way. But now that you've told me all of that, I think I can finally understand why it is that you feel so close to Hannah. Thank you for sharing that part of your life with me. I'm sorry that I've probably made you repeat the same story over and over and over again at this point.
They don't make him like her anymore, that's for sure. Also, any news from Ted? Is he there with you? I know that he's always busy with work and all of that, but I guess I'm just assuming that he would make time for this, since this is his mother that we are talking about right now after all.
Oh, no, Arthur isn't going to be coming to see Hannah. I don't really know what else to say to that. I know he's busy and all, and of course I can respect how hard he works to provide for the both of us, but still, sometimes his attitude can just really start to get under my skin, and I just don't really know how to talk to him about this anymore.
Wait, really? I just called his work and was told that he already asked to go home early for today. He was supposed to be here all day, but then he said that something came up suddenly and anyways, he ended up taking the day off from the office today. I just assumed that he left to go and see his mom. I mean, I really couldn't think of any other reason why he would need to leave the office early today. After all, if his mom was in the hospital, it's not like he should be doing anything else but going to check on his mom in the hospital, don't you think?
He got off work early? But Arthur was telling me that he had to stay at work late tonight to work on some important projects. He never told me anything about planning to use his paid time off to take the day off work today. I really thought that he would have told me about this if he was going to see his mom, but he never told me anything about doing anything like this at all.
Well, I guess I don't really have an idea what's actually going on. I'm sorry if I'm talking about something that really isn't any of my business at all. I really don't mean to intrude on your personal life or anything like that. I just figured that since he is your husband, you would know better about where he is and what he is doing at any given moment than I would. Maybe I just misheard what his office was telling me. It is completely possible that this was just some kind of office gossip that isn't actually true. And that I just misheard and didn't actually know at all about what is going on with him at all. Again, I really didn't mean to speak about anything that isn't any of my business. Especially at such a tough time as this with his mom and all.
Actually, I don't really think that Arthur cares at all what happens to her.
What? Oh, that can't be right. This is his mom that we're talking about. I'm sure that he's so scared for her.
No, I really don't think he has any interest at all in whether his mom lives or dies. I think the only thing on his mind in the moment is how much he's going to make from his inheritance once she's gone. This is the second time that Hannah had to be rushed to the hospital, and he didn't even visit her the first time either.
Wow, I had no idea that was true.
Even when she wasn't at the hospital, Arthur still never really even made an effort to visit his mom at home. Even when he did come over, he would just go up to his old room and only ever come out when it was time to eat. I just don't get what his deal is.
Yeah, that's just so surprising. I mean, who would treat their own mother like that? But then again...
What is it? Then again what?
Oh, nothing. Thought I had thought of something, but I really don't think it's anything worth mentioning. Anyways, what matters right now is Hannah, and that's who we should be focusing on. Thank you so much for being there for her now, Jenny.
You're right, we can talk about Arthur another time. But please get here quickly. I can't promise that she'll be around much longer.
I'll tell the driver to step on it.
Hey, I want you out of the house by the end of the day. Got it? Make sure you take those divorce papers and drop them off at the courthouse after you leave.
Is that what the envelope you tossed at me when you walked out the door was?
You mean you haven't even opened it to look? Well, yes, they're divorce papers. Can't stand living with you any longer. I don't even see the point. I've been patient enough to stay with you up till now, but no more. We're through, you got it?
I knew it. I knew this was always who you really were deep down. You're pathetic, you know that? I mean, don't you even have any sense of shame?
Oh, please. You want to talk to me about shame while you were more than glad to be leeching off of me all these years? I knew that I was always worth much more than you. The only reason I kept you around was to look after my mom, and that's it.
And just where were you on the day that your mom died, huh?
We've been over this already. I told you that I was busy with work to go and see her. Are you seriously still hung up on the fact that I didn't go to the hospital to watch an old woman die? My work wasn't going to do itself, you know.
And that's what you expect me to believe? That you were really busy with work?
Are you calling me a liar? I don't even know why I'm bothering to talk to you about this. This is pointless. Just get out of the house already. I never want to see you again.
I don't know what I ever saw in you, Ted.
Well, I know that I found a sucker when I married you. You took care of my mom for 8 years, and now I can pay you back with this divorce. Thanks a lot, loser.
Oh, trust me, the pleasure in getting out of this dumpster fire of a marriage is all mine.
Oh, please. I know that you're really crushed over this. You probably thought that you would have gotten to share my inheritance after all the work you put in, huh? That's why you were always pretending to care so much about my poor, sick mom. I could see right through you from the very start.
I never once thought about receiving anything from you, Mom. But I'm just glad this whole thing is going to be behind me soon.
You know that you're not happy about this. You don't have to pretend anymore. You're crushed that you have to find your way through the real world with no one to pay for you. I mean, what could an idiot like you possibly do now that you're going to be single? Who's going to buy your food or pay for the house, huh?
Well, it certainly isn't going to be you. Anyways, I have packing to do.
That's right. Just get out of here, you washed-up old cow. Hey, Jenny! So what the heck is going on here, huh? How did you end up getting all my inheritance?
How did I do it? I didn't do anything. It was all distributed according to what your mom put in her will. If you're only going to be asking me stupid questions like that, I would prefer that you not contact me at all.
Wait, no, hold on. That doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm her only son. I should have gotten everything she had. Why'd she give it all to you? I don't get it. You must have done something or threatened her. This isn't right.
Do you really actually think that I threatened your mom? If you want to know about the will, then go talk to your mom's estate lawyer. She was there when your mom wrote it out and made sure it was all above board. I don't know why you're coming to me about this when it's the lawyer whose job it is to deal with all this.
But, I mean, I still don't understand. Why would my own mother do this to me?
You mean you really have no idea why you didn't end up with anything from your mom?
Just doesn't add up. I'm her son. I should have gotten everything. It's as simple as that. Not only that, but I'm her only living family. Dad died and I don't have siblings. Doesn't she realize that means everything should go to me? I still don't get how this happened. You stole everything from me. You had to have done something to her.
Do you really think you deserve anything from your mom after the way that you've treated her for the past 8 years? This all makes perfect sense to me, really. You have barely said a word to her over that entire time. You would visit her house just to eat her food and hide in your home like some moody teenager. And on top of all that, you never visited her either time that she was put in the hospital. How can you go on about being her only child when that's how you've been treating her?
But that isn't fair. I was really busy. I had work to do. How am I supposed to live if I don't work?
That has got to be a joke, right? You do know that we've already been living off your mom for a few years now, right? You never learned how to save money, and we were always having to borrow from her.
But that doesn't mean that I wasn't earning anything. You owe me so much more money for all that I've done for us.
This really is just sad. I can't believe that this is how you're choosing to behave over this.
You think you're so smart just because you robbed me of my inheritance? How will I let you get away with this? I'll sue you.
Really? You'll sue me? Well, you are more than welcome to try, I suppose.
That's right. I'm her son. And the only reason it seems like I was mean to my mom was because I was too busy from work and always tired. I know that once the judge hears that, he'll order you to pay me everything my mom gave you right away.
Are you still going on about your job? Well, okay then, what exactly were you working on the night that your mom died?
What? You think I remember what I was doing back then? Probably just work stuff.
And you were in the office while you were doing all this work stuff?
Well, duh. Where else do people do work? I go to the office to do my work. That's how work works. I know you never had a job before, but I didn't think I would have to explain that to you.
Well, that just strikes me as interesting because I have it on good authority that you asked to be let out early that night. You weren't in the office the night that your mom went to the hospital for the last time, and you could have gone to visit her.
Wait, no, I mean, I was going to go to the hospital, but then I didn't make it in time.
Oh, really? Because when I called you and asked you to come see her, you said that you were still at work. So, were you on your way to see her, or were you still at work?
I was on my way to see her. I only said I was at work because I wanted to surprise you both and cheer my mom up.
You mean you wanted to try and give your mom a shock while she was in such a fragile state?
No, of course not. I just wanted to try and liven up the mood. I'm sure that everyone was really grim that night, right? I just thought that maybe a surprise visit from her son was just what she would need to turn her health around.
And if you were to sue me, that's really what you would tell the court?
Yes?
Well, let me go ahead and tell you that you're just asking to embarrass yourself if you do that. Just be real with me. What were you doing that took you out of the office but kept you from visiting your mom?
Okay, it's true that I wasn't in the office that night, but I was really doing stuff for work. I just had an important meeting with a client that I couldn't miss under any circumstances. But I really was going to try to make it to the hospital the moment that the interview was over.
I see. And who was this person that you were meeting with? Do you have any proof that this actually happened?
I would tell you, but it was part of a top secret work project, and I'm not allowed to tell people who aren't involved.
Okay, then can you at least tell me where you met this person?
Well, it was at a restaurant near my office.
A restaurant open that late? Sounds to me like you went to a bar. And if it was near your office, it's probably that bar with all the young hostesses, isn't it? Don't answer that, by the way. I've already called them to confirm.
Did you really do all this digging into me?
I didn't do much, actually. But Harry was the one who found out that you had left work earlier than you had told me. Later that night, he called the bar and asked if you had stopped by, and they said you had.
So this is all Harry's fault? That little rat. I thought that him and I used to be friends. How could he do this to me?
Harry also told me that you had taken him to this bar before and were obsessed with a waitress named Mary. He told me that when he called the bar, he was told that it was Mary's birthday that night. I don't believe you, Ted. You really put this waitress's birthday before visiting your own dying mother in the hospital?
No, wait, you don't understand. I already promised her that I would be there for her birthday. Of course I would have gone to the hospital otherwise.
Yeah, I'm sure that you would have. By the way, did you really spend $20,000 at the bar that night?
Is it really that much?
You probably thought that you were going to be getting money from your mom and were just buying everyone drinks, weren't you? Harry told me about how you were bragging about being on the verge of coming into some serious money and kept buying rounds for everyone.
Okay, I'll tell you the whole truth. It's true that I was really looking forward to getting the inheritance from my mom. I realized that I shouldn't have done that, though, and it was wrong of me.
Okay, and?
And so, maybe you could give me some of that money that she left to you? I mean, you know how much I spent at the bar. I'm flat broke right now. I need that cash.
You spent money when you didn't have any, and that's my fault? Besides, we're divorced, remember? Why should I have to give you anything?
No, please. I really am sorry for everything. I was wrong. I see that now.
You have had 8 years to see that now, and you're only seeing it now that you're facing the consequences of your actions? Besides, I'm not the one that you should be apologizing to. Your mom died without ever hearing the words, "I'm sorry," leave your mouth. I gave you so many chances to get closer to your mom and be there for her like I was, but you never did. If you want someone to blame, go look in a mirror. After that, Arthur realized that he was going to be swimming in debt and fled town. I heard that as he was leaving, he called his girlfriend from the bar, Mary, and invited her to run away with him. He explained all that had happened, but once Mary realized it meant Arthur didn't have any money, she blocked his number. Apparently, Arthur came back to town to try and talk to Mary face to face, but when he got there, the police were waiting to arrest him for fleeing his debts and they took him away. I'm sure that Arthur really regrets his actions now, but it's more than too late for any of that. As for me, I'm trying to rebuild my life and enter the workforce. Thankfully, Harry knew some people who were hiring for a nursing service and told them I had years of experience. To me, nursing is about giving back to the people that helped build the world that we live in today. It may not be perfect, but it still feels good to give back. Hey, Deborah, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's kind of urgent, and you need to reply to me straight away when you see my messages. Is it actually true that your husband doesn't even earn $100,000 a year? Does he actually make less than that? I can't believe that's how little he makes. I thought he was supposed to be successful. Excuse me? Why are you messaging me out of the blue like this for? I don't understand why you're asking me these sorts of questions. Well, actually, I heard about how much he earns from Mom. She's such a blabbermouth, to be honest. She blurts out anything and everything. I wasn't wrong in thinking that he was a dull, gloomy guy who can't really do his job. I never thought he was such a lowlife and just another part of the scum of society. Another thing that I can't believe, Deborah, is how you could have married such a crappy, unemployed man who does nothing for you. Hey, come on now, Savannah. There's absolutely no need for you to talk like that to me about my husband. You hardly know a thing about him. You can't just go around and say that he's a crappy, unemployed man when you don't know much about him. It's so rude of you to do that. He's also not unemployed. Huh? What on earth do you mean? I'm not being rude. If someone earns less than $100,000 a year, they're obviously unemployed. I guess all he does is do part-time jobs every now and then just so that he can earn some money for himself and you, I suppose. I wouldn't call doing that a job, Deborah. I don't even get why you're bringing up how much my husband earns, but since when was it any of your business? I bet you didn't even listen to Mother's story entirely. You're the type of person to do that and nitpick only what you hear. There was a time when he earned less than what you stated, but that was quite a long time ago now. He's earning a good living now. Okay, so you think that someone like him, who's basically unemployed, is doing great in life? What an absolute joke. Maybe he's finally gotten a raise then? How do you think he managed to do that in the first place, huh? Did he increase the number of days he works in his part-time jobs or something? Huh? What the heck are you even talking about, Savannah? What is your problem? Why must you be so nosy about my own husband? What is with your attitude right now? Don't you see it's only natural for people to make fun of a guy like him? He's unemployed and doing nothing with his life. Don't you know that my husband earns almost $200,000 a year? In comparison, your husband is a complete lowlife who doesn't know how to make a living for his own family. All I can do about it is laugh. Hey, what the heck, Savannah? Why must you act this way? My husband's doing a lot to earn that money that he does, all right? You don't know a thing about it. Oh, really? Is that so? Then why are you being so defensive all of a sudden? Did I hit a nerve? Come on, Deborah, we all know that your husband isn't successful. Well, when it comes to my husband, he's been running his restaurant extremely well lately. He's only 25 and he's already making $200,000 in profit every year. Apparently, he's about to open a second restaurant since his management of the first one is going so well. I just thought you might want to know that. Well, yes, it's amazing at how much money he's earning from his restaurant. It must be a very popular place to go and eat at. He must be proud of himself. Well, of course he is, because he always was and always will be very successful. He knows what he's doing with his life, unlike your good-for-nothing husband. How old is your husband now? He must be about 37, right? Even though you both are almost in your 40s, you're only just making $1,000 a year. Can't you see how bad that is? It just goes to show how unsuccessful you both are in your careers and earning money in general. I can't help but roll on the floor and laugh about it. How dare you make fun of someone else's husband? Don't you see how rude you're being right now? I hate to break it to you, but Patrick's making a decent living now. So if you could please stop laughing about it because it's not even funny to begin with. You've got no right to laugh at him at all. I am sick of you being so mean to him. Oh, come on. It's impossible to not make fun of him when he earns pennies. It must be so hard for you to get married after all the effort you put into it. He's kind of failed you as a husband in a way since he doesn't earn a lot of money. The only good thing about it is that you still make a decent living, so you're fine. But maybe you're well suited for Patrick after all, so you can make up for him being such a loser. I hope you enjoy having such a burdensome husband in your life, Deborah. I don't pity you at all.
Hey, sweet lady. I just wanted to message you because I wanted to ask you something. I've been kind of anxious to ask you, but I just need to come out with it. Maybe I could be very wrong about this, but I was wondering if you actually like me as a person. I've been wondering if you still want me as your husband. I heard that Savannah doesn't like me.
Whoa, Patrick, first of all, what on earth are you even talking about? You're not making much sense. What's brought this on all of a sudden, huh?
Actually, I'm meeting up with my supervisor today at some restaurant, and it just so happened that Savannah was there. She called me out and everything.
Wait a minute, what? No way. What was she there for? That's quite a coincidence, and to be honest, a little bit weird that she was there when you were.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just so happened that she was in the bathroom when I was meeting up with my supervisor. She started talking to me and was laughing a lot. It was so strange, and a bit uncalled for because she turned around and said that if it was okay for me to be in the restaurant like this, even though I'm unemployed.
Are you kidding me right now, Patrick? Did she actually come up to you and say something so snarky? What the heck's her problem? This is unbelievable.
Yeah, she kept going and said that this place doesn't have the most reasonable prices for someone who's unemployed. maybe you should only order one dish. And then she just burst out laughing. I couldn't believe the way she was acting towards me, when I thought that we all got along really well. Her husband also seems to look down on me too. I'm so embarrassed right now.
Oh my God, she's being so horrible to you. I'm really sorry about that, Patrick. That's so unfair of her to say those sort of things to you. I can't believe she would say those terrible things to your face.
It all happened so suddenly and out of the blue that I didn't know how to react to what she was saying. I don't get it. Why does she think that I'm unemployed in the first place? I really don't think she understands what I do for a job. Does she think that being an author who stays at home and writes is the same as being unemployed?
Well, if she thinks that, then it's not true at all. You're a fine author and you write a lot every day, so of course that doesn't make you unemployed. I think it's on her that she doesn't understand what you do, and she's completely mistaken about all the elements behind what makes someone an author. You haven't done anything wrong.
I'm sorry, but I'm just a little confused as to what you just said. How can she be mistaken about what someone like me does for a job? Is it not self-explanatory?
Okay, I've got something to tell you, but please don't get mad. So, Savannah thinks that you earn $100,000 a year, and she thinks that's nothing. You see, I think it's all because she was eavesdropping on a conversation that I was having with my parents earlier about what you were getting when you were starting out.
Ah, okay. That makes a little bit more sense now. So that's what you were talking about then. I managed to get the book published, but the sales were terrible. After I paid for my assistant, rent, and publishing stuff, my annual income for the particular year was barely $100,000.
Yeah, she heard me mentioning it, but then she was trying to get more information about it from my parents and started jumping to conclusions about it. But it seems like she didn't quite listen to the entire story, so she doesn't understand what happened in the end and misunderstood what you do for a job.
Ah, is that what's going on then? I suppose that makes sense to why she said what she did to me, but still. She was being extremely rude and just didn't let me talk. Her and her husband still think that I only earn less than $100,000 a year. So they think it's funny to look down on me. That's why they think I'm unemployed.
Yeah, and maybe during the wedding announcement to everyone, you didn't mention that you were an author who's published quite a few books. I know that you said that you were self-employed, but sometimes it can be misinterpreted by the wrong people, and it was by Savannah.
Ah, okay, I see what you mean. To be honest, there's not a lot I can do to help that. She's the one who doesn't understand. She needs to listen better to people. It just doesn't make sense because your parents are so lovely and welcoming. And Savannah and her husband were all happy and cheerful when they introduced themselves to me. I really don't think they read a lot of books at all. So I guess I get a little bit frightened to tell people that I'm an author and all I do is write all day.
Okay, yes, I understand that my family is definitely more extroverted than you. Savannah and her husband have a lot of friends and love going to spas and throwing barbecues. I understand why they might intimidate you since they're both flashy people that like to show off how much money they get from their jobs and that sort of thing. It's horrible that they look down on you.
Well, somehow I managed to get up the courage to tell your parents later on that I was an author. But come to think of it, I haven't seen your sister and her husband since then. I guess I must have completely forgotten to tell them that I was an author, so they started judging me from the get-go. I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
It's so weird because it seems like Savannah and her husband are convinced on the idea that you're unemployed and do nothing all day and that you're a depressed person. I tried to explain to her that you're not an unemployed shut-in, but she refused to listen to me. I'm so sorry they were being so rude to you, Patrick.
No, it's okay. There's no need for you to apologize, Deborah. It's more my fault for not saying what I do for work. However, the next time we meet, I'll have a chance to explain myself.
That might be a good idea so that she can shut up and stop saying mean things to you. Anyways, I know this is off topic, but how come your publisher is at a restaurant? Usually when you have those sorts of meetings, you always go to a cafe, right? Since talking about the writing over coffee is easier, yes?
Well, I've got some great news to tell you. One of my books is going to be turned into a movie. We're celebrating this momentous occasion at a restaurant.
Wait, what? Are you being serious right now? That's so amazing that your book's being turned into a movie, Patrick. Oh my God, this is such a huge deal. I mean, of course your book's going to be a movie because you're such a good writer. Wow, this is such an amazing opportunity for you, Patrick. I had a feeling that a lot more people are starting to read more of your books lately, and It's amazing that it's going to come to life on screen. Congratulations!
Aw, thank you, Deborah. I'm really proud of the work I've done, and I'm glad that I got your support in this. It means a lot to me. Okay, I've got one more suggestion for you. I'm just wondering if you'd like to up the ante at our wedding, since we're going to be a bit more well-off soon. And also to thank you for being there for me. The process would have been less bearable without you around, and you deserve something more fancy. How about we get you a custom-made wedding dress for you?
Wow, I'm glad that those feelings have been enough for you, Patrick. I enjoy cheering you on from the sidelines, and you've worked so hard for this, but I don't need a fancy dress.
Okay. And you're fine with not doing that? Recently, I've been making some sales from other goods along with my books, so I've got quite a lot of leeway.
Anyway, if you've got the money, let's improve the quality of the food for everyone who comes to the wedding. The guests are all people who you're indebted to. Anyway, enough about that. Let's celebrate you getting a movie adaptation of your book today when you get home. I'll splurge a little so we can have a feast.
Aw, really? You would want to do that for me? That's so sweet of you, Deborah. Actually, it was such an expensive restaurant that I was nervous so I didn't eat much. I'm actually starving, to be honest with you, so I'd love it if you cooked something nice for the both of us. I can't wait to see you at home.
Me too. It'll be so nice to celebrate with you, my future husband. I guess I'll make it an extra special dinner for you since you're hungry. Hey, Savannah, look, I've been trying to call you and message you for a while now and you're not answering. The wedding ceremony's starting here very soon. Where the heck are you? Oh, it's you, Deborah. Oh my goodness, I'm actually so sorry about all of this. I completely forgot to contact you today. Actually, my husband and I can't make it to your wedding ceremony today. Huh? What do you mean? What on earth are you talking about? You've been invited to my wedding and you said yes that you'd both come. So what do you mean you both can't make it? Is there something going on at your husband's restaurant? Is that why you can't make it? Just be honest and upfront with me, Savannah. Ugh, okay, fine, if you insist. It's all because I don't want to go to your extremely boring wedding. We're not attending because we didn't want to pay for a gift. Excuse me? What on earth did you just say to me? Are you actually kidding me right now? Why are you doing this, huh? You're making no sense to me. Because I've already predicted that your marriage isn't going to work out since you'll be marrying a shut-in, unemployed freak today. I think you'll both be getting divorced soon. I feel like doing this wedding is going to be a waste of time for you, him, and for the guests who will be attending today. It'll also be a waste of tens of thousands of dollars on a gift, too. How dare you turn around and say something cruel like that? You don't know anything about our relationship, and we will not be getting divorced since we love each other a lot. Oh, my dear older sister, you're a bit dumb sometimes, aren't you? You really need to face reality a little bit more. I understand why you must feel so anxious since I got married before you. But there's no way you should be marrying an unemployed man. It's obvious that your lives are going to be tough, and then you'll end up divorced. What the heck's your deal, Savannah? You literally don't know anything about my husband. He's not unemployed at all. You never listen. Oh, okay. Okay, maybe he's not unemployed, but he's just an at-home security guard. You know, like a dog. Doesn't that make him a freeloader under the name of a full-time husband? You really don't need someone like him to burden you for the rest of your life. I'm doing you a favor here, but telling you all this. Either way, you think about it. Divorce is definitely there for you in the future. How dare you talk like this to me, and on my own wedding day? How can you be so arrogant? What you're saying to me is absurd, and I won't allow it anymore. Anyways, I better stop harping on about it and just say that neither of us are coming to your wedding, okay? Even my busy husband says it's a waste of time going. I feel so bad for your big sister since your wedding isn't worth celebrating at all. It's a waste of time and money, so I'll be absent from it, yeah? Okay, if you're going to act this way and say all these horrible things to me, then don't bother coming at all, Savannah. You've got this all twisted, by the way. Well, I wasn't planning on going in the first place, Deborah. So there, a wedding between a low-life unemployed man and a spinster never works out. I would rather none of your guests show up to it. They'll just be disappointed. I'm sure there are many people that don't want to go to a wedding like this. I'm sure that there are people like me and my husband who have changed their minds last minute and decided not to come to your wedding, yes? Well, actually, it's the polar opposite of what you've been saying, Savannah. There are way too many people here, and it's making it difficult to find everyone a seat to see the ceremony. Wait a minute, what? What do you mean by that? How are there heaps of people at your wedding when your husband's a shut-in and you're not friendly? I'm friendly. It's you who isn't, Savannah, especially right now. Those who didn't send back invitations to say they were coming wanted to at least give us gifts. The number of gifts and cards that we've gotten today is incredible. I never thought that our wedding would turn out like this. It's so amazing that we've gotten a lot of congratulations. I don't get it, though. How is there so much excitement over my sister's wedding? Don't the guests know that the groom is just some unemployed shut-in with no future? It's not even worth giving someone a gift when they're just going to break up really soon. There is absolutely no point in attending or buying anything at all. Well, actually, everyone's saying that they're really excited to be meeting the groom and giving him gifts since he's actually so successful. Maybe it's all because we announced that we're getting married and also told them that he'll be getting a movie adaptation done of his book as well. All these fans of his novels just showed up to the wedding venue today to give him a lot of congratulatory gifts to their favorite author. It's just amazing. Hold on a minute. What did you just say? Are you telling me that your husband's actually some hotshot author? He writes books? What on earth? Oh, well, the reason that you probably didn't find out is because Patrick isn't the best when it comes to social media, you see. He accidentally told a bunch of people, but forgot to mention it to you and your husband. I'm surprised you don't follow him on his socials. He accidentally put in his location of the wedding venue and the date. People found out and a lot of fans showed up, but I was surprised at how polite and excited they were for us. Everyone quietly left their gifts at the reception desk and left. Whoa. Just hang on a minute there, Deborah. What the heck is going on here? You need to explain this to me properly right now. No cutting corners with me, all right? What the heck is this movie adaptation that you just mentioned? What fans are you even talking about? What on earth does Patrick do for a job? Well, since you obviously don't have a clue because you don't know how to listen to people, my soon-to-be husband's actually a writer. He's written some of the best-selling books recently. It's going to be a big hit. Surely you've read that book, The Green Blade? You've heard of it, yes? I think he did a nationwide book tour and interviews about it. No way, you're lying to me. I know it. I had no idea that Patrick was a writer, let alone an author of a best-selling novel. My friends are like huge fans of the books. I actually heard from them that it was a really good book, so they were wondering if it was going to turn into a movie or not. I've actually read it. Oh, I knew it. It's so popular that there aren't many people who haven't read it these days. So you've read the whole thing too, huh? I'm so happy. Thank you. But I don't understand, though. Is he actually the author of that novel? I thought that Mom said that his annual income was only $100,000. It was when he was starting out in his writing career, and now the books have been reprinted and published properly by a well-known publishing company. The book was a big hit with a lot of different age groups, and it was well received with book critics as well. Last year alone, he made a few $1 million in royalties alone. What the heck? Are you being serious right now? He's actually earning that much money? How is that possible? He's earning several times more than my husband. Well, yes, of course he earns way more than your husband. What do you think about that? Isn't my husband the best? He is so hardworking and can write so well. He never gave up on his dreams, no matter how difficult it all got to be for him. He is literally the coolest person in the world right now. Even though to you, he obviously just looks like some unemployed street rat, yeah? Well, I better go because my wedding ceremony's about to start. I'll speak to you more later about this. I'll ask the staff members here to remove your seats immediately so they aren't being a waste of space. Hurry up and let us inside, Deborah. Even my husband wants to celebrate you both now. Aren't you going to let us inside? Why aren't you answering me? Look, the ceremony's over. We're officially married and the reception's about to start any minute now. Wow, I was wondering why I was getting so many calls. Savannah, you really think you can just walk in here after everything you've said? There is absolutely no way I'm letting you into this venue after what you said about Patrick. Come on, Deborah. It's your wedding day. I'm not here to cause trouble. I just want to celebrate with you. I really had no idea that Patrick was so successful, right? Celebrate? Really? Because all I've heard from you for the past few months is how my husband is an unemployed bum. You think I can just forget that? I was joking. You know I have a weird sense of humor. You're taking this way too seriously. I wasn't really told the whole story when it came to what he does anyway. A joke? Calling someone a bum isn't funny, Savannah. It's cruel. Especially when you don't even know what he's accomplished. Your jokes have consequences, Savannah. He's a renowned author. He's just finishing a novel. That's a real job, you know. You've been tearing Patrick down for no reason. Oh, right, the renowned author. How many copies has he sold again? Come on, I was just looking after your best interests. Stop being like this and let us inside. More than you'll ever sell with your petty insults. Why do you even care so much about what he does? You have never had my best interests at heart. Don't talk crap by belittling my husband. It was just a little tough love. Someone had to say it. Okay, hold on. Maybe I overstepped, but come on, it's your wedding day. Don't you want to have fun? Fun doesn't involve inviting toxic people to my wedding. I want to be surrounded by love and support, not someone who kicks me when I'm down, or my husband for that matter. But I can't change. Just let me in, Deborah. I'll be good, I promise. I never meant to disrespect you. I thought we could laugh about it someday. This isn't about being good for one day. It's about respect. You haven't shown any for Patrick or me. Laugh about it? You've made me cry more times than I can count. Why would I want to relive that on my wedding day? I'm really sorry, Deborah. I didn't realize how much I hurt you. Fine, I admit it. I messed up. But can't we just put this behind us? Just for today? Can you please let us inside now? It's not just about me. You've disrespected him too, and he deserves better. No, Savannah, you have shown your true colors, and I just can't overlook that. So that's it? You're really going to keep me out? I'm your sister. Doesn't that mean anything to you at all? How could you do this to me on your wedding day? If you try to come in, we will call the police. I mean it. We don't want either you or your husband around because all you are to us are bullies who don't listen to others. You wouldn't do that. We're sisters, and you shouldn't do that to other family members. What I said to you about Patrick wasn't that bad. You've crossed a line. Also, what on earth are you talking about? He saw you in a restaurant and you were bad-mouthing him in front of his publicist. What if I just say sorry one more time? Does that count for anything? It's not like I completely meant what I said. It was all just a stupid joke, Deborah. Sorry doesn't undo the damage. You have made it perfectly clear how you feel about my life choices, and I didn't appreciate it one bit. I am over your crap. Words matter, Savannah. They hurt. They linger. You think this is just about me? It's about how you have attacked someone I love. You attacked my own husband. But I'm your sister, Deborah. I was just looking out for you and making sure that you weren't going to have a crappy future. Don't you see how much I care? Caring doesn't involve tearing people down. If you cared, you wouldn't have said those things in the first place. What you said was the polar opposite of caring. So what? I have to suffer because I made a mistake? I didn't think you were this harsh, Deborah. I expected more compassion from you. Compassion? You want compassion after belittling my husband? You have shown none for me. This is about consequences. You can't just waltz in here like nothing happened. I get it, okay? I messed up. But please, just let me apologize in person. My husband messed up too. Just let us come in and we can fix this. I'm not wanting to fix anything. I don't want you around if you're going to treat my husband like a nobody and be so horrible in front of others. But we can fix it. I promise I'll be better. What about our relationship? I'm your younger sister. You can't just not let me inside. What about our family? You don't even treat me like I'm a part of your family half the time, Savannah. I've given you more than enough chances. This isn't a game, Savannah. I can't believe you're doing this on your own wedding day. I have literally got something to give you both. Stop being like this and let me inside the venue. Look, I don't want you standing in front of the venue anymore because I bet you're causing a scene out there. Get out of here before I call the cops on you. After that debacle between sisters, the police showed up after Deborah rang them about how her younger sister was trying to break into her wedding venue and she wasn't invited anymore. Savannah was frightened by what the police said to her, so she obediently did what she was asked and went back home. Later on, Deborah's parents and other relatives heard the story of how Savannah was treating her and her new husband, Patrick. Savannah was told by her parents to never go near Deborah or Patrick again after how she treated them, and that she's done enough damage in her lifetime to ruin her relationship with her sister. Savannah also decided to buy back the books she sold them as well. Apparently some of the items were priced at a premium, and it would have cost a lot of money to buy them back. When it came to Savannah's husband, he was very angry at how she threw him in the deep end when it came to the awful things she said about Patrick. It sounds like they're heading towards getting a divorce. Her husband was originally a friend of Deborah's, so of course he felt terrible when her sister was treating her and Patrick so badly and putting the blame on him as well. Patrick had started to show his face more on social media so that he's not mistaken for being unemployed anymore. He's been uploading a lot of selfies recently. Hopefully Savannah doesn't end up on the news for being so rude to Patrick since he's a world-famous author now. It wouldn't end well for her when it comes to his fans protecting him.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.